Alright. Hello everybody, my name is Miku, and today I'll be running Blinx the Time Sweeper. This is a game from 2002 on the original Xbox. I'd be surprised if about maybe more than 10% of you will probably know about this game. It got pretty overrun by Halo and all that back in the day, but I'm here to run this game for you all today, and I guess I should introduce my lovely host, if you wanted to say anything.
Yes, I am Onel. I'll be taking hosting duties during Miku's run and also do some sideline commentary. I wish you good luck.
Thank you, On. Now, just quickly, I just want to explain just one thing before we do the run. So, we have an exploit in the game that is called full diagonal movement. And that is achieved by allowing more room for the analog stick to go in a diagonal direction. So, the way that you would do this is that you would go into a sort of like a game controller tester, and you would test to see if the X and Y axis are going in a like 100% in a diagonal direction. And this allows Blinx to run at a very fast move speed, and this allows us to do some really cool skips and like exploits. So with that out of the way, also just wanted to show one little thing, a little good luck charm to all the Blinx fans in chat. Little Blinx keychain. It'll be in my pocket the whole time. Alright.
Are we ready?
I am ready. Alright. Timer starts now.
Good luck.
So, the general gameplay of Blinx is that third-person platformer, action platformer. And the main gameplay is that you sweep up trash and you sweep up, you shoot time monsters. And each level, there's 3 levels in a set world. And basically you have to go through each level and you have to destroy all the time monsters. So that then it allows you to go through the goal gate right here. So then, a cool thing about Blinx is that with the sweeping of the trash and getting rid of all the time monsters, there's a whole cool mechanic with time powers. So you see all these crystals on the ground here that I'm not really picking up right now, but they're going to be more useful later on. But you can see on the bottom of the screen, got these like little icons. So we have rewind, which, self-explanatory. It rewinds enemies, map triggers. Also, cool little trick up here. You could get this barrel, jump up here to skip a door. So yeah, rewind rewinds all like triggers, map triggers, enemies, projectiles. Fast forward doubles the speed of the game, including all enemies and you. So it's a bit hard to control, but you're compensated with a fast forward barrier. So if you take damage in this game, usually you die in one hit. But with the fast forward barrier, it allows you to take one hit with some invincibility frames. Pause, which is the blue one. Missed that guy. That fell down. Just to run back up. But yeah, pause. Pauses all projectiles, map triggers, same thing. Not very useful now, but it will be useful later on in the final world. We got record, which is the most useful time control power. There's going to be some really cool glitches and stuff that we do with that. But basically it allows you to record a clone of yourself that plays for 10 seconds. And then after that 10 seconds has gone back, it will rewind back to when you recorded it. And then those events will play out at the same time. And then slow, also pretty self-explanatory. Slow is explanatory. You basically just slow down the game to a quarter speed. So this is the boss. Pretty easy. You can just stun lock him pretty easily by hitting him with trash. I missed that one. Pretty funny. Now I'm collecting these canisters because we want to use at the end of each stage. Oh my god. So at the end of the stage, you get gold awarded to you through trash that you take back. You also get gold from bosses. They spurt out after each end of the hit. And with the rules of gold, or like the use of gold, is that there's an in-game shop to buy ammo, sweepers, jackets and all that. more time, like retry holders, more time control holders. And also, as you see in the top left-hand corner, you can see like the little hearts. That's our life system. What happens is that when you get hit in this game, it's a once again, it's a one-hit system. It'll rewind you back to a point where you were more safe, so then you could avoid dying again. And here we go. We're going to pick up our first time power right here. Rewind. Not going to use it yet. Going to wait a couple levels, but it's good to just get it from here. Get the last enemy. And yeah, so the main plan right now, going through these levels, is that we're trying to get as much gold as possible, because it's going to be very useful for the third world, because we need to buy a certain amount of items. We'll definitely have enough gold, but it's also leading up to a bigger purchase later on, which is about 5,500 gold. And usually by World 3 we'll have like 3,800. But it's just very important that we need to accumulate as much gold as possible. So coming up in this room, we're going to be picking up a fast forward. Now, depending on RNG, it could be 1 or 2, and it's 2. There we go. It's going to be good. And if you wanted to say anything, any donations or wanted to plug anything, now's the time.
Well, we don't have any donations currently, so I'll just say for now that we are AusSpeedruns. We're a group of doing speedrun events to raise money for charity. This event will be raising money for Game on Cancer, a charity which funds early career cancer researchers who are working across all areas of cancer research. If you'd like to donate, you can go to donate.ausspeedruns.com, or if you're lying in the crowd, you are accepting donations from the table just to the side of the audience.
Now we've got another cool full diagonal movement, a little skip here. Just hold up left, you can just come up here. It just basically skips the main part, like with the river. But we will be coming back later because there is an enemy that we did skip, and this funny little chrono blob. So that can happen sometimes with because in this game, monsters don't really like to be in, trash. So sometimes enemies can be unpredictable at times. But yeah, as I was saying, we will be going back to because there's going to be one more enemy that we skipped. But thankfully, another cool trick that we can use to get back. But first, we're just going to go ahead, kill the spiker, and rewind the river. Little bit of a tongue twister right there. Grab this gold. And there's a ruler here. We want to hit it on the gold symbol to collect more gold. So we just have to time this right. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Hoping for like 700 gold. 571. That's a little bit low, but I can work with that. And also these little balls that we're collecting here, they're worth 100 gold. So it's very important that we're collecting them as well, throughout the level. So, we have one more enemy, but we're right at the goal gate, but what we can do is we go over here, shoot that wall, and hopefully it'll hit. There we go. Now I'm just going to come over here, because we're low on gold, I'm just going to collect these little bits of gold here. A little bit of a time waster, but I want to make sure that, we actually do get the items. Coming up and to our second boss. Pretty easy, straightforward. We want to collect 1 trash. He takes 3 hits to kill, but we can collect the other 2 trash in this room while he is in his hurt animation. While we're here, we also want to collect the fast forward. Okay. So he went the good side. It's about 50-50 on which side he goes. You basically want him to go to your left side or his right side. Wait. Maybe it's the other way around. I can't really think right now. I'm kind of... There we go. Trying to use the fast forward and speak at the same time, it's a little bit jarring. Here we go. Gonna use another fast forward here. You basically we like to use fast forwards for areas that are very easy to manage, or for areas that we can utilize the damage block of the shield. And we'll be seeing that a lot later in the run. There we go. Hit this treasure chest, we get a bunch of gold. And I kind of want to fast forward. There's 1 crystal here and there's 2 more up here. So when you kill an enemy in this game, the crystal drops. The amounts that are dropped are predetermined by monsters, but the actual crystals themselves will always be random. But the ones placed on the map will always be the same ones every time. So we like to prioritize sort of crystals in each world. We'd like to prioritize crystals in each world based on the placements of the time crystals. There we go. Jump up on this little thing. I'd like to collect this little bit of gold. Now, after this level, we're going to go into the shop and we're going to buy a sweeper upgrade to allow us to have more trash and a time holder. So 3,700 gold, that's a little bit low. I'd like to be 200 gold more, but it's not the end of the world. So the time holders adds +1 capacity to time controls. So right now you can see on the bottom part of the screen, there's like these very thin bluish green lines. So that's basically, the one that's lit up is basically showing how many time controls we're holding right now. There we go. We're going to use this barrel to shoot up and all the way up to this little cliff here. Hit the chest, hit the dust herder, and then we're going to activate another fast forward. Shoot the monster first. I like to collect 3 trash. Shoot those guys. There we go. Now I'm going to collect another fast forward here. We also want to collect our first record here because it's going to be utilized in the 4th world. Again, it's just much easier to plan ahead when it comes to time controls than to try and get it on the specific stage. Now this room's always a pain because the Mulgons, the guys that are like in the ground, they can be a little bit of a pain. Here we go. Take 2 hits to kill. You have to just wait for them to come to you and they'll try and bite you. Oh, I went a little bit too early there. Went a little bit out of, so when you go out of bounds of the Mulgun's range, he will basically despawn and go back to his original patrolling. So we'll just have to wait for this guy again. Now I'm hoping for 2 record crystals here. I'm gonna collect this ball over here. Okay, I see. Nice. And when I use this, when I get this record, when I use this fast forward, I'm gonna pick up these 2 records. Because we're gonna go over and quickly head over to the end of the gold gate. Collect this gold. So our time control, they're a little bit alright. Usually we want to have a fast forward, like an extra fast forward. But I actually accidentally goofed up and picked up like the wrong time crystal. So the way that you pick up time controls is that you pick up 3 plus 1 of any. So for example, if I wanted a rewind, just 1 rewind, I would have to pick 3 rewind crystals and then any other crystal. If I were to pick up 4 rewind crystals, then that means I get 2 of that time control. But getting time controls in this game is a little bit janky because the hitbox of Blinx is a little bit large, and sometimes time controls can be quite clumped up together. So sometimes it is what it is. So I only want one rewind right now, and collect some of this gold. And usually use the record to go past this record door, but we're actually just going to go ahead and jump over here. Now this is where you would use the fast forward. You would use the fast forward, pick up this bomb, shoot it into the corruptor's mouth, and then shoot this guy. It just saves a lot of time. And if you had any donations or anything that's come up, that would be a good time to do it.
Don't have any new donations coming in for the moment. Some of the incentives you can donate for is for the upcoming Spyro 2 run. You can donate for Spyro's color. Currently, yellow is leading that with $105. Black after that, $46.70. Green with $34, and purple $2.90. Some other incentives you can donate for is Super Monkey Ball, for which monkey we play as. And for what language we can play it?
So we're going to do a really cool gold exploit. So what we're going to do, on the last hit of the boss, we're going to use a record, and then we're going to get the last hit. So after each boss has been killed, it will spit out a certain amount of money. So what we're doing actually is that we're tricking the game into thinking to spawn in the money again. Now the game, it's spawning in the money again. It doesn't remember, or it forgets that it already has spawned in money. So we're actually going to double dupe this. And 1,500 gold, pretty good. I'm hoping that we'll have enough, 5,500. If we don't, then it's not the biggest loss in the world. Which just means we get less, one less time control holder. Now World 4, this is one of my favorite stages and world in the entire game. I just think it's quite fun. We play this world pretty unusual to how like a casual would play it. Thanks to the use of the full diagonal movement. So usually you would go around and you would do record puzzles and then you would have to like go across bridges, but we're kind of just like jumping around cliffs and just shooting bombs, trick shotting. Like some of this gold. And no specific time controls we need for this stage. We can use a rewind if we want to gain an extra 100 gold, and I think I'm just going to do that just in case. Now I'm going to shoot this cropper, have 4 bombs. Oh, don't mean to do that. There we go. Just need to shoot a bomb into this little cave bit area. And then these 2 enemies. Missed that guy. Oh, there we go. I thought I missed him like 3 times. And so then, alright, we grab the ball, 100 gold, and then we're just going to use a rewind here to get ourselves back up. Now we're going to go into the shop. It's the moment of truth. Do we have 5,500? 5,500. Looking for 5,500. Looking. Hey, there we go. Nice. We're at 300 above. So we want to grab time holder, 3 super bombs, and a new sweeper. So the new sweeper allows us to pick up heavier trash, which heavier trash will deal more damage. And the super bombs, just like regular bombs, except they do another set of damage. So normal bombs will do 1 damage, while super bombs will do 2. And their explosion radius is quite large, so it's actually really good for clearing out rooms. So I'm hoping to get it. Oh, that's all right. Waiting for this. I was hoping to hit the gold on the roulette, but it's you know, not too bad. So coming up as well, we got a cool little record route here. So what I want to do, I want to shoot a bomb to hit one of those enemies, and I messed up, but it's all right. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hit record, shoot the heavy trash, then hit the super bomb. But there's an extra big trash that we can use anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So we'll just come over here. There's a big trash down here that we can grab. And I'm just going to shoot the super bomb over there. So we need this big trash to actually skip a door. But first I'm going to grab these 2 fast forwards. So you want to shoot it like that. And then you want to jump over the door like this. Shoot the spikers with the super bombs, use a fast forward. Then we want to sweep up the remaining trash to deal with this water spirit. So the water spirit will take 6 shots to get its shell off, and then it turns into this little dragon guy. Now since I didn't get the gold before, I'm actually going to hit this chest to get us more gold. Usually if you got the roulette, you don't need to hit that chest, but we're a little bit low on gold. There we go. Going to sweep up 2 bombs, and then we're just going to shoot it in there. I missed, but not the end of the world. And then we want to shoot this bomb into this little corner, sweep up the 2 remaining, and then jump on the button right now, and then we skip a cutscene. But yeah, this game doesn't really have too much story. There was definitely a main focus on the gameplay, because there's only really 1 cutscene at the start of the game, and then 1 at the end. There's no other sort of cutscenes that plays in the middle of the whole gaming experience. There we go, nice. That could be, oh, there we go. that was so close to hitting me. That can be a little tricky to maneuver through. There we go. So, what time controls I'm looking for? I'm looking for, I want to record and some rewinds, maybe some fast forwards if I can. Just gonna pick up a retry just for insurance. Gotta be careful because there can be explosive barrels. So I shot those 2 bombs earlier to hit these 2 red corruptors. So if I shoot them in the mouth now, they should be one shot. And they drop a lot of crystals, so I'm hoping they drop, oh, they dropped a record, so I'm gonna take that actually. But in the next world, we want to really just stock up on rewinds because we use a rewind in every single level in that stage. There we go. One more enemy. And then we're just going to jump up to this little rock thing and then just jump up to the gold gate. Coming up in the World 4 boss, let's say it's a harder reskin of the first boss. But he's not too bad. He can be a little bit unpredictable at times, but we just basically want to stun lock him in the same position. Now if we're lucky, we're going to hopefully get some rewind crystals here. Because I think it can drop retry crystals, pause crystals, slow crystals, and rewind, sorry. There we go. So we're trying to keep him in the same place. And we're really just banging on RNG here from all the trash that's spawning. And it seems like we're pretty good right now. Gonna go berserk, so we're just gonna get a nice little free hit. Now it's this hit we don't want to mess up because it's the last hit. Oh, that was close. So if I left him hit that for any half a second, he would have been invulnerable for about 30 seconds trying to chase me. So it's very good that we did not allow that to happen.
All right, we have a $10 donation from Peter saying, come on guys, let's go for $5,000 tonight. Also, Josh, they can.
There we go. So So World 5 is probably one of the harder levels to execute really well. It's not difficult per se, but there's a lot that can go wrong if not done correctly. But we should be alright. Get these 2 octoballoons to shoot each other. Now, if I had another rewind, I would do a sort of rewind chest dupe glitch. So basically what you do is you shoot the chest, the gold chest, collect the money, and then you use a rewind, and then that will close the treasure chest, and then allow you to hit it again to get more gold. But I don't feel comfortable doing that, because I'm a bit low on time controls. I'll find the money some way. But yeah, once again, we just really want to stock up on rewinds. Because I'm pretty sure it's just one every level. And we're about to use our rewind right now. I'm going to go ahead, grab this, this, and this. There's another rewind crystal in the room that spawned in, so we're going to go in, rewind. These blue pieces I'm picking up right now, that's actually a time monster. If we were to walk in without a rewind, it would have formed itself together. But it's good that we picked these pieces up anyway, because they're actually worth 100 gold each. Just gonna pick this up. Oh, that's actually really good. So we're in a nice spot in rewinds. So I think we have all the rewinds. Okay, so that has a chance to happen. I don't know what specific position, but that is like frame perfect that you can just fall through the map. And I'm so glad I got that on camera. And I'm gonna make sure I go to the left a little bit more so then that doesn't happen again.
Just gonna personally note that I've never seen that glitch before.
It's happened to me a couple times, but like not enough that I've got it on record. There we go. Now we want to grab Time Order and 3 super bombs. And we're going to do a really cool little record route right here with the super bombs again. So what we're going to do, we're going to use a rewind to lift ourselves up across the map. All right, here we go. So I need to hear this Mulgon. There we go. So I need to make sure that I'm tracking this Mulgon's positions. All right, 1, 2. All right, so what we want to do is we want to hit a record, shoot a trash, shoot a bomb, run up the hill or ramp, and we want to position our shot right there, and then come down here, shoot the enemies in here. Now, if it said 10 monsters from the first bomb shot, then that means we did it correctly. Use our big trash here. Then we want to use our little trash and spike it here. Come back over here to sweep up these bombs. Not bombs, sorry, the little balls. And there we go. That's the end of the mission. I'm trying to grab a rewind again. There we go. And now all we need is two more fast forwards, and we're basically set until the 6th world. So we're, with the fast forwards as well, we're going to be using it in the boss, and we're also going to be using a rewind in the boss as well. So I think we're 1 extra right now, but that's not too bad. So for this area, we're not going to actually use a rewind for this specific golem piece. We're just going to chill. We bring them down to 1 health anyway, so it's not too bad. I feel like this is a bit over the place right now. There we go. My guy's stuck in the corner. There we go.
All right, we've got a $20 donation in from the BLJ Elite, who says, "You're really showing how awesome Blinx really is, Miku. Hoping for that sub hour."
Thank you, BLJ Elite. Very cool. Okay. We got our 2 fast forwards. We're basically set now, which is really nice. And so we're just going to try and go through. We're going to use one more rewind in the next area. Not this one, sorry. The next area. Because there is going to be another golem area that we're going to sweep up all the trash pieces. But it's also useful because it allows us for us to eliminate this Mulgon really easily. So I'm just going to use a rewind. Jump on those. Collect the pieces. And I like to collect these 2 trash pieces right over here. And we want to shoot this fridge right in the corner right there. We're going to use that to skip a portion of this little ramp section here. We want to hit this button because it allows, it makes it so like the platforms start moving and we're not able to move past them if they aren't moving at all. There we go. 2 more enemies right here. And I'm going to try and collect some more retries, if I can. Not a big deal if I can't. Oh, there's a crystal. It's bouncing around. Alright, collect this fridge. Going to use this to bounce our way up to the end of the level. Now, I want to try my luck. I want to see if this spiker will drop a fast forward crystal. So you can shoot this fridge. Jump up to this thing, land on this little section here. Fingers crossed, will it drop a fast forward crystal? Yes, there we go. So we're going to be using 2 fast forward crystals and 1 rewind for this boss. It's not a reskin, it's actually a new one. So the main gimmick of this boss is that when you damage it, it spawns 3 little minion balls that chase you. But what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be using a rewind. And what that allows us to do is to completely despawn the little minion balls. And then we can kind of just keep them chained like this. We can get 3 free hits. But then after the 3rd one, we're just going to use a fast forward to get us through. Just careful. There we go. Collect the gold. And end of the level. So usually in the next level, we want to collect a record, but thankfully we had insurance and we actually grabbed the next one. So we want to collect 9 trash. We're going to aim to this fireman or the combustor. We want to get 8 hits on him. I'm hoping this gets him. Yep. Go ahead and jump. Now we're going to jump up to this target here. Jump up to the little on the nose bit. We're just going to jump across. Again, thanks to full diagonal movement. Oh, a little bit messy here.
Okay, we got a $50 donation in from Thom, who says, put it all towards Gon-Gon, the Super Monkey Bowl monkey.
Oh, that's not... So we didn't want to collect that slow right away. But that's okay, because what we can do is that we can use the slow at the end of the stage, and then what that will do is, like, we use the slow right at the end of the stage, so then that it uses it, but it won't actually matter at all if we do use it. We really just want to free up a slot in our time control things for record and fast forward right now. Oh. So we got two targets coming up that we need to hit to open these 3 doors. One requires a bomb, so we're just going to go ahead and jump and shoot. Now this Chrono Bob's coming after me, but he'll actually stop in his tracks right there, you can see, and then he'll turn around because he's outside of his patrol range. I'm going to grab a fast forward here, maybe record if I can. And then deal with these octoballoons. There we go, bowl gone. Collect another record, because why not? And then after we deal with this one last enemy, we're going to go ahead and we'll use our slow, just so then we can free it out of our inventory slot. So right now, we'll just use it. Oh. And we're going to go to the shop now, collect ourselves 5 super bombs, and another time holder, of course. So coming up, we go to these stairs, jump up to this side. We want to jump, shoot, wait a little bit, and then run. So what it's going to do is going to kill these 2 Chrono Blobs right over here, and it's going to damage the purple Chrono Blob over on the outside. So when we come over, we'll be able to one-shot it and just quickly run ahead. So after we make this jump, we're going to go ahead and use a fast forward. Collect this 16-ton weight, these 2 bombs, and we're going to get hit to reduce the time. A little bit slow here, hoping you mainly want to try and get all 5 of the octoballoons in like the explosion radius of the bomb. So here we go. We're going to use a record. We're going to drop down, activate the gatekeeper. Shoot our 3 bombs, then shoot the last one at the wall. The last super bomb will then go the full duration of the explosion, which will then allow you to kill the combustor. Now I'm hoping that this Morgon pops up. There we go, nice. And then there we go, the last 2 enemies are dealt with. Pick up our little ball. That's the end of stage 2. Now for stage 3, we want to buy 2 more super bombs. Let's check my gold. A little bit low, a little bit worried, but there's other ways to go around it. Because remember when we did the money dupe in World 3? Well, we're basically going to keep doing that again for the next boss, but we're going to do it 3 times. So that means we'll be able to get triple the gold, which will be very, very helpful. Nothing too crazy with this level, we're just kind of jumping around on train tracks. There is actually, good thing I remembered, there's a gold chest here. Gonna hit it, use a rewind. Then use our super bomb over here to hit the 4 enemies. After this rewind ends, we'll just hit the last 2 enemies again. like to pick up some record crystals if I can. There's actually Rewind Central right now. So I'm hoping to at least get one record. Didn't have a little small trash to deal with this guy, but the placement of this Molgon is a little bit silly. Dude, it's actually like, where are the records? Why is it all rewinds? But once again, not a big deal, because in the next boss stage, it's a really good like the next boss stage is really good for farming time crystals as well, because there's actually 4 of each time crystal, or like 4 crystals of each time control circling around the stage. So we'll get +2 on that one. Once again, we want to buy 2 super bombs for this boss. Now, at the start, we're going to use a fast forward straight away. We're just going to wait for him to shoot a bit of trash. This boss takes 5 hits to kill, so we got 2 super bombs. We're going to bring it down to 4 HP, or 3 technically, because we're going to hit him with 1 super bomb, then a trash, and then a super bomb again. There we go. Now we're going to go around him, shoot a super bomb. Now I'm hoping I don't get hit off the edge. There we go. Now I'm going to try get rid of this crystal combo because I want to collect 2 records. Now I'm going to go up behind him again, and then we're going to use a record, shoot him in the back, and then we're just going to wait. So we're going to achieve the first double dupe. But to triple dupe, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to actually jump off the map as the gold's coming out of the boss's body. So I'm going to position myself at the edge, jump down, and for some reason this allows the gold to spawn in again. Now we could probably do this again to get more gold, but this boss is a bit glitchy when it comes to that. A little bit low. I was hoping for 3,200 gold, but it's not too bad. I'm gonna collect some retries here just to make sure, you know, because anything can go wrong in this run. Now we're gonna go back again. I want to buy 3 super bombs. So in this part of the game, in Everwinter, this is where the casual player base. This is where like has like a lot of trouble with this world, particularly because there's a large difficulty spike because of the enemy placements and just the general area itself. There's ice now, so now we have to skate, and the developers decided to be funny and say, hey, if you skate for too long in a general direction, you'll actually slip. So we need to make sure that we don't skate for too long. There we go. But I genuinely like it. I like the difficulty of this world. It's very fun, very cool. There's awesome strats. Now we're gonna shoot our second super bomb right over to those enemies. And then we're just gonna go ahead and skate over. And then we're gonna use our last super bomb here. We're gonna use a fast forward, damage all the enemies. Dodge the spiker. Gonna get some trash here. I'm gonna get 2 trash. Hoping record drops? Nope. Alright, let's hope that we get a gold hit here. Nope. The timing's a little bit difficult, but if you can get it, it's really nice. Oh, here we go. We got ourselves 2 record crystals here that we can grab. I'm gonna actually grab it right now just in case. There we go. Now the last area, just want to skate over to that door. Oh. Use our log on the spiker and wait on the gatekeeper. That should be enough. Actually, no. There's gold here that I need to grab. There we go. Actually, yes. I actually do change my mind. I do want the records. Because in the next stage, we're going to be using 2 records. And then in the stage after that, we're going to be using another 2 records. And then in the boss, we're going to use, once again, another record. So this stage like last stage, or not last stage, in stage 5 it was very rewind heavy, but in this one it's very record heavy. Is it 3? Yes, it's 3.
Miku, we
oh.
just got a $40 donation from Nip Chip. Amazing to see Miku doing a Blinx speedrun at PAX. Godspeed on the sub hour.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nipchip. You're the best. All right, we're gonna go ahead and use a record here. Shoot a bomb. Now jump carefully. Yep. Now, if I time this right, we should be able to shoot the super. Yep, there we go. So that super bomb's gonna hit those 2 enemies over on like the other side of the glacier. I'm gonna collect these 2 trash over here. Big trash on the octoballoon, and because we shot that bomb before and it damaged the spiker, he's now 1 shot. Now we're gonna use our second record over here. We want to shoot it right over there. Shoot the bomb in here. Now we want to diagonally. Oh, there we go. So we wanted to go through that spike gate. We went through it really fast, which is actually really nice. There can be quite a few moments where you jump through that spike gate and it's just like not letting you through. And that can be a little bit challenging because what we want to do is we want to shoot the spiker so then it starts rolling after us. Oh, there we go. So what we do is now it's going to try and charge us, and it's going to charge us through the spike door. There we go. That makes it sing so much easier. Now, thinking of time controls, we're pretty good on records. Don't need any more right now. So I'm going to try and plan ahead for the next world. So maybe need 1 rewind and then some fast forwards. And then we also, in the next stage, we're going to try and grab 2 pauses, because pauses will be very useful in the last world. There we go. Actually, there's a rewind over here. Jump up this little snowman. Oh, dodge this guy. A little bit cramped in here. And there we go. That's probably one of the scarier sort of levels when it comes to speedrunning, because there's a lot that can go wrong, obviously. So, gonna go ahead, grab 4 super bombs right here. And On, if you wanted to say anything, now's a good time.
Well, we currently don't have any new donations at the moment. So I'll just say that the next few upcoming runs after Miku's, up next we'll have Insomnia's run of Hollow Knight, low percent, no major glitches. And after that, Passofish will be running Spyro 2 14 Talismans. So we'll look forward to those later.
See there, I got the very lucky hit on the roulette, which is actually really nice. So coming up again, we got ourselves another record that we want to use. Now this one's a very tricky one. You want to shoot 2 bombs, and you want to make sure you don't slip. And we want to try and get to this guy right at the end. There we go. That's the big one. That's the scary one, because if you don't, you have to go all the way around. Now I have to make sure I'm not in the blast radius. There we go. Kind of tensed up a bit there. I was very worried that I would have gotten hit by my own bomb. And if that would have happened, it would have cancelled my record. It would have rewinded to the point where my record didn't happen, and I would have had to use another one. So, trying to pick up this weight, but apparently it wants to pick up crystals. So, we're looking for fast forwards, and we're looking for pauses. I see nothing. All right, let's see if I can get these. We'll try and get 2 pause controls first. And our second record, we're going to use right here. So we're going to use a record, we're going to slide up, activate this gatekeeper, hit that boy, and then shoot the super bombs over at these enemies. And then after that, we're just kind of going to just have to wait. Usually we use a record to try and speed up the process, but this is trading speed for more like trash effectiveness. because we want to because bringing back super bombs is actually really cost effective because it brings you gives you back half the gold. Any pauses? Anything? Hello? Hopefully this guy will drop a pause. If not, it will be a bit sad. All right, never mind. We'll go ahead and we'll settle for some for a fast forward. So what I did there was a side flip. That can happen if you press A in any direction within a certain amount of frames, which makes playing Blinx really frustrating at like times. Because you can backflip and side flip. They offer really no sense of strategy. They kind of just do it because it's like, huh, yeah. Go into the shop. Now instead of super bombs, we're going to be buying spike bullets. Now spike bullets do 2 damage, but they are cheaper than super bombs by 100 gold, so they are primarily useful for bosses. The first times we can buy spike bullets is in this world, so if we were able to buy spike bullets earlier, we would absolutely be using them. So for this boss, we just want to sort of go on a pattern of going to a specific pillar, waiting for him to go on it, and then rinse and repeat. For the first one, we want to go here, and then for the second, we're going to stand on this pillar. There we go. Now, I'm actually going to quad dupe this boss, just because I'm a little bit worried on just gold. Sometimes you can have runs where you're just like, you just have so much gold, like going into world, and then there's other times where you're the poorest man in the universe. I'm just going to go ahead and grab a rewind here. So once again, last hit coming up, we're going to be going over to this pillar, and as he's eating it, we're going to use a record. Make sure not to shoot early, and then to end the record early, we're just going to jump into the lake. And then we're going to be jumping into this lake 2 more times, just to be sure. There's some retry crystals here, so with them, we can actually afford to take a death or 2. Now, it's very important that we don't... 4 dupes is enough. It won't do anything bad, but you don't want to go past that because there's a chance that because so many things are spawning in at once, it can actually crash the game because of entity overload. So we've gotten our retries here, and now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go under the boss. There we go. Go ahead and grab a retry. All right. Now this is sort of the scary part of the run. We're in the final stretch, but I'm a little bit low on pause crystals here. So we're actually going to go back to the shop in World 6, and we're going to buy 4 super bombs and a water sweeper. Now the water sweeper, the main reason why we do it is that because the main thing why we buy the heavy sweeper is because it allows us to pick up the 16-ton weights, but there's none in this world. Plus, there's a lot of combustosaurs. And if you hit with an elemental sweeper for the combustosaurs, they actually take 2 hits to kill instead of 9. So it's actually very useful. Now this is a little bit awkward. Trying to grab. I'll see if I can grab a slow. We'll see how it goes. So make sure to dodge these little like iron ingot thingies. They go a little fast. I was trying to grab the slow crystal here, but yeah, because you know I was trying to avoid them because you know they kind of kill you, and we don't really want that. So let's go ahead, take 2. I missed again. Oh, all right. So I'm hoping to use the invincibility frames of my retry to grab this. If we do game over, I will have to restart the stage, and that's not really something that I want to happen. But this is one of the most dangerous stages, so it is entirely possible that we can get a stage reset. But it also allows us to hopefully bet on better time control chances. I'm hoping for a slow. Nope. All right, we're just going to use a rewind here. Very dangerous. Because we want to avoid these, the Tesla coils. And we want to try and pick up the... Oh, I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it. There we go. Now, I was hoping to try and get all the pieces here of the golem. But it's a bit difficult when you're like on 1 HP and you don't want to die. There we go. Now, I'm going to try and grab that slow after this guy. And in this world, they have these little like cube things that you can grab that are also worth 100 gold. Now I'm going to grab another pause. Wait for this Tesla coil. Spending a little more time than I want to here, but I just really want to make sure I get this. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and jump. Now I'm hoping I don't miss this. Now I'm going to use a record here. There we go. So usually you want to save the trash in your inventory management, but when you use a record, the game doesn't look at the record's trash to give you money. It actually looks at the original Blinx's inventory trash, and it checks to see what we had before we used the record. So what we can do is we can actually use all of our ammo with the record and then quickly go into the goal gate, and then it won't, the game will allow it and give us the gold previously. Now, we need 1 record, and we need, I'm pretty sure, we're pretty good on pauses and stuff. I definitely want to retry. There we go. Because once again, I don't want to die. That would be quite embarrassing if I game overed there. Oh. Now, usually you want to fast forward as well here. I'm just going to check if there's any fast forward. Nope. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to position myself. Oh. I don't know what happened there. I think I got like squashed by the bomb. That's not supposed to... So usually... hold on. I'm going to use a... So I'm using the invincibility frames right there of the retry to take the shot. But I think usually when you get squashed by your own bomb, you get pushed out from the collision. But I'm not sure what happened there. I'm going to grab these 2 fast forwards. I'm going to grab 1 rewind. There we go. Alright, now. All eyes on me. I don't want to take another retry. That'd be very sad to this point. I'm going to use a pause. Hold on, I'm going to... There we go. Now we want to come up here. We want to use a super bomb. We want to shoot it right here. It's going to shoot those 2 enemies. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and grab these 2 golem pieces. Try and get the 3rd one. There we go. My main priority right now is records and retries. There we go.
Alright, we just got a $20.20 donation in from Stogaz. Wish I could rewind time and catch all the cool speedruns I've missed live. Think Blinx will let me borrow his gear. Put my donor towards naming Billith Marth. He's in the Gears game now.
Use our pause here, and we'll go ahead and try and pick up these pieces. This is probably one of the most dangerous parts of the level. Hopefully I don't get hit here. Alright, there's 2 record crystals, but they're in quite the most dangerous spot. Alright, how do we do this? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to try... Nope, that's not what I want. I don't want that pause. I might use a slow here, actually. Nope. Oh, damn, I messed up the record. You can see how like the clunkiness is quite annoying. Wondering if I can go back. I'm actually gonna go back and grab the record crystal because I think it's very, very, very important. And I'm actually gonna grab pause crystals. I'm gonna bleed a little bit of time here. But I'm very desperate here. Try and grab a retry while I'm at it too. And try not to rush here. Don't want to lose any more lives than I've already wasted. Probably lose about a minute here. But better to be safe than sorry. Just once again, run up here. Hey, it means we get another fast forward, which is actually really useful. Then we're just going to go ahead, jump across. You know it's a bad sign when you hear the music track of the level repeat, because that means you're going too slow. But we seem to be pretty good on gold and all that now, so I'm not too worried. Grab our 3 super bombs. Now the reason why I was so adamant at getting this record is that we're using it right at the start of the stage. So we're going to head jump, hit those 4 enemies, shoot it at the octoballoons, and then we want to shoot another bomb right now.
Okay, we have another $20 donation from Aaron T, who says donating for every accidental side flip in this run. Thank you very much.
Alright. Now, hoping to get a... Oh, need to use a pause here. Hoping to get 2 records here. We're pretty good on time controls as of right now, but we're going to be using it later on for the final part of the game. There we go, grab these 3 pieces. Now, I know Lotus is in the chat right now. I know he's going to be a bit upset that I'm not using Fridge Skip, but I kind of want these record crystals. I'm trying to grab it, there we go. It just means I get 1 less fast forward here. Sweep up this barrel. Actually, I'm going to use the fast forward first. Usually you're supposed to use the record to maneuver yourself through the lava seesaw, but you can actually use the fast forward there, take damage, and then run across. Use that here, and there we go. If any final crystals here? Nope. Alright. So for World 8 boss, can be a little bit of a pain in the neck. So we're going to grab our 4 spike bullets. So the way that this boss works is that he spawns up in the air, turns into a ball, and he will start rolling at you. And the amount of times that he rolls is completely RNG. So he could roll once, or he can roll 10 times. But to prepare for that, we're actually going to use the fast forward. There we go. So he decided to do it twice. And once again, we're going to cheese this boss by using a rewind. And this is basically the boss. We kind of just fast forward, rewind. If we were to play it normally, the stage would start moving, like things would start falling into lava. It's really just difficult, and the boss actually won't be vulnerable if you don't get rid of all the minions, which is actually really, really annoying. So since we're 1 short on fast forwards, we're gonna just have to sort of suffer for this next rewind. So I'm hoping that he only rolls once. But it would be quite comical if at this very time, during an event, that he decided to roll 10 times. Okay, never mind, we got the best outcome. So for this last hit, he's not going to go into a ball form. He's actually going to go past the stage in his boss fight where he's going to go aggressive. So this is where you would usually need to kill all the minions to make him vulnerable. But since the minions haven't spawned, we can just go ahead and kill him straight away. Alright, coming up to the final part of the game. So we need to buy 10 spike bullets. And what's happening is that it is the final stage of the game, but there's a catch with this. So for anyone that doesn't know or hasn't played Blinx, this is the final boss, but before we can actually verse the final boss, we actually have to go through a boss rush. So we have to fight 4 of the upgraded bosses in a row before we can fight the final boss of the game. But the spike bullets make this much easier. It makes it much faster. So that record trick that I told you about in 8.1, we're actually going to be doing that again. Hold on, I actually forgot to grab a regular trash piece. Lost a little bit of time, and what I'm going to do is it's going to go into his aggressive mode, and then I have 9 spike bullets originally from Blinx, but we're going to use a record, and then we're going to jump into the goal gate if I can make it. So in the next level, because we did that, it says that we had 8 with the recorded Blinx, but if we go into the next level, it should say that we have 9 spike bullets. And it doesn't save that much time up until we get to the 3rd boss in this boss rush. Because back in the day, we had to use a record and then shoot 2 spike bullets in it, and then we had to wait the full duration. But with this strategy, we can clear that boss much easier by since we're saving a lot of ammo, and we don't have to use a record to save ammo. I'm actually going to grab, once again, more retries. Now, I can't see the timer right now, but I assume that it's definitely not going to be sub-hour. Don't spoil me on the time, but we'll see how it goes.
I'll tell you what the time is when you finish. Don't you worry.
If I were to estimate, based on the mistakes that we've made in this run, I assume it's going to be like maybe a 102 or a 103. The boss rush usually takes about 5 minutes, and then the final boss takes about 2 minutes. So we're going to use our record here. Same strategy to save our spike bullets. So in the next boss, we will have 6 spike bullets. Yeah, 6 spike bullets instead of 5. It's a good time for now to grab some rewind. I actually was supposed to grab rewinds in the last one, but we can make this work. Wait for him to shoot out of trash. Doing the slightly slower strategy, but just want to make sure. If we collected a rewind in the last boss, there's like a slightly different strategy that we could use. Grab our 2 records. We don't need 2 records, but it's just easy to grab. We're going to use a record here. Oh, I actually might have messed this up a little bit. So it is possible we might have to watch the full duration. Yeah, that's right. So I was a little bit late on the shot. So we're basically going to want to wait an extra 10 seconds here. Actually, going to stand on the invisible goal gate that's already spawned. And then here we go, the final boss. Guess who? It's the red Juggernaut. Same thing, we're just going to deal with, fast forward, rewind, fast forward, rewind. Nothing too crazy. Grab another rewind while I'm here. Want to have at least 3 rewinds each time for this boss. If you're oh yeah, I also forgot to mention. So there for Blinx, there's 2 versions of the game. There's the original version, and there's a Platinum Hits version. So on the original version, if you were to buy 10 spike bullets in the boss rush, and then proceed to the second boss in it, it'll actually delete all of your spike bullets. Because I think that was a bug in the game, thinking, oh, it's cleared a level, let me go ahead and take out all the trash in the inventory. And we're playing the Platinum Hits because there's a lot of gameplay changes, like a lot of spawn changes with the monsters that generally just makes the game faster, makes it easier as well. Some bosses' health are changed as well. So the little strategies are changed for each version. There we go, we're coming up on the final boss very soon. Not going to use a record this time. Here we go. Wait for this goal gate to spawn. Now, here we come on the final boss. So we get into a shop. Gonna buy about 8 spike bullets. So, final boss of the game, Chrono Horn. He has 4 phases that we need to go through. But we can go through the first and the second stage really easily. So for the first stage, he's vulnerable to attack when he shoots bombs. So we just want to get that hit right there. We want to hit him 2 times with the spike bullets. And after this, his second phase will initiate. So for his second phase, he will split in 2. And you have to kill both of them in a short amount of time. So when they start shooting bombs, like that, and then there we go. We just skipped phase 1 and phase 2. Now we're on to phase 3. This is the aggressive mode. So this is the part of the boss where a lot of casuals get stuck. But the main gimmick is that you need to activate every single time control once. The time controls will spawn randomly. Crystals will drop at different rates. But we just want to activate it once. And what I'm doing right now is I'm keeping him in this sort of state where if you get too close to him, he'll try to swipe you. So what I'm doing is that I'm trying to stop him from not using any time controls, because that can happen. The big thing about this boss is that he can also use time controls on you. Alright, so I see some slows. I'm going to grab that. He's going to use the slow, but we can actually counteract that with our own slow. So you can see, then we use the slow. We use slow, that's 4 more. And I'm just looking for a pause. I don't see one, but I'm going to use this. Try and use this rewind. And I'm hoping that we see, I'm looking for a pause, right? Yep, that's right. So I need to use a pause and a fast forward. I see 2. Now I need 1 more. Oh, there it is. Use our fast forward. And after this, the fourth phase of the boss will come up. This is also going to be where the timer ends soon. So you want to come over here and get ready to end the time. Dodge his attacks, and time.
That was 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 12 seconds.
Oh, a little bit slow. Not very proud of that. I was hoping to try and get sub-hour, but there's a lot of things in this game that really it's really difficult to do everything perfect. But, you know, it is what it is. Before I get off stage and let the other brother on, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who came here to watch me live, everyone who's watching live on Twitch. Big thanks to the Blinx community for being awesome, to Nipchip, Isnert, Lotus, Ornell himself, just everyone there, they're awesome. Let's see, who else do I want to shout out? Shout out to the boys. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I guess that's all I want to say. I can't really think of anything right now, but just want to say once again, thank you for everyone for watching. Thank you for supporting this this event, and yeah, stick around.